20 years ago, when I was buying my first new car, which was a VW Golf GT TDI Mark IV, someone else out there in the UK was taking delivery of this. Now, I don't know if that Mark IV Golf is still doing the rounds. I kind of hope it is, because they're great cars and you still see a few on the road. But this car that we're in is definitely still around, because I've just bought it. Yep, it is an SL55 AMG, the R230 2003. And I'm so excited to be in this car. I love them. I've always loved them since I first saw one in Slough, where I used to work, giving it a good blast up the road. Guy with his wife in the passenger seat, top down. He looked like he was having the time of his life, and the sound of that thing. Oh, and not long after, I saw, for the first time on the road, for me as well, a Ferrari 360 Modena. And yeah, I'd still definitely have the SL55 any day of the week. I'm over the moon to be in this. They're such good cars. The sound is beautiful, and it is just a wonderful place to be. I don't know where to start with this thing. There is so much to talk about. Firstly, I cannot believe it is 20 years old. It's so refined still. Everything, almost everything, still works. There's a few things to talk about there. And the point of this car as well is, I want to provide you with a lot of content around it. My experience, my journey with this car. I think to buy a Merc at this level that is this old, you kind of have to be a little bit brave or a little bit mad, or maybe very mad. And I'm definitely not that brave, I'd say. So this could be exciting. You do have to have pretty deep pockets sometimes for the maintenance of these things. It's not a car that you can take on lightheartedly and, you know, just hope for the best. They can surprise you with unexpected bills that run into the thousands. Oh yeah, I'm awaiting those with a bit of trepidation. I mean, the first thing to talk about with these is probably the ABC. The Achilles heel of the car, one of the great features of the car, but also the Achilles heel. If the pump goes on that, you're probably looking at over £1,000. The struts are about £1,000 each, and then of course all the labour to get the job done to repair it. So you could, if everything went belly up on that, be looking at a bill realistically of about £6,000, which is why you see so many folk with these things go to coil springs instead of the ABC system. ABC is active body control, for those of you who don't know. But I don't want to do that with this car. I don't want to start upgrading it. I don't want to get faster pulleys for the supercharger. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to look after it, do the bits it needs doing, get it back to as good a condition as I can. I really want to make this a showroom example. It's in really good condition right now, I have to say. It's been very well cared for. I am indeed the 4th owner of this car, and I feel in a way like it's my duty to look after it. I really do. It's been very well cared for by previous owners. There isn't a dent on the bodywork, a few minor scuffs here and there, but we're going to get all of this sorted, and I'm quite excited about the journey that this car is going to provide me with, and I promise to share it all with you as much as possible. I will keep the Taycan content coming for sure, but it's nice to mix it up a little bit, especially with such a beautiful, desirable classic such as this car. Now, I'd never test driven one of these cars. I'd never been in one until I went to look at this. I'd always known I wanted one. I've always known I wanted one. Back in 2003, I definitely couldn't afford one back then, but I've always wanted one. I'm so pleased I've finally got one. Here's what's really surprising about this car. Just how lazy it is. In a good way. It's not a rocket ship by today's standards, but it's got loads of torque, this thing. 516 pound-foot. Just the perfect marriage of that 5-speed gearbox and this engine. It just kind of provides with some lazy and just a little stab on the accelerator, and you know, doing 12,000 RPM, you can feel the torque. You can feel the torque just kick you in the kidneys. It's just a wonderful car, not designed to fly around at ludicrous speeds, just to kind of cruise comfortably in and do it with a bit of poke should you need to. Now, it weighs 1.9 tons, so it's absolutely not light in any way, shape or form, but it kind of hides it relatively well because of that engine that's in this. 5.4 litre supercharged, and one of the things that needs doing, I think we're going to have to get the tracking looked at a little bit, just all these little jobs that need doing. Now, for this video series, which is kind of a new series alongside the Taycan, I will absolutely document everything that I get done to this car. For my sake, and for those that might be interested in getting your hands on one of these as well, everything that I need to do to it to bring it back to speed. Now, I will do a follow-up video on this where we cover everything that is currently wrong with this car. It's not a huge list, but there are things that need doing, things that I want to do, things that are necessary to get this car back to as showroom as possible, and it really does deserve it. If any car does, this car does. I mean, I love it. Spec-wise, we are looking at an Aegean blue car, and a few people have pointed out, yes, this is indeed the Jezza spec, and as ridiculous as that man is, he does have a very good taste in cars. I'm loving this so far. I really, really am. It's so good. It's just, yeah, it's quite a big moment to be in this after having waited so patiently for so long to get my hands on one of these. It's just one of those cars that you kind of know you have to be in at some point of your life, and that time is now. This also has the pano roof fitted, which I think is about a 1,500 quid option back in the day, but provides a load more light into the cabin and is absolutely lovely. Look, so for this video, I didn't want to go into too much detail. I really just wanted to intro the car to you for the channel, let you know that it's here, and let you know that I'm going to be doing some content on this. And if you want to follow the journey, please do sub. I'll keep the content coming with this, as I will also with the Taycan, because I know a lot of you like that content, and I promise to keep that coming as well. Still lots to cover there too, but I'm just over the moon to finally be in this car. I cannot tell you, it's rather wonderful. So that is it for this one. Do stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you very soon on the next one in this rather splendid classic car. Well, not quite classic, but hopefully will be one day soon. Bye for now.